Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Garrett with Evergreen Offroad, and today we're in beautiful Greenwater, Washington to show off our 1995 Toyota Land Cruiser Troop Carrier. This vehicle originally came from Venezuela. We imported it here to the United States and we listed it for sale. Our customer who bought it from us has decided he wants to do the Pan American Highway, which is a long journey from the Arctic Circle all the way down to the base of Argentina. And he used our consulting services, our expertise. We've done that trip. One of our team members has done that trip and has tons of experience with Land Cruiser troop carriers just like this. So we were able to kind of customize this build to be as efficient as possible for that exact trip. So today we're going to show you the insides, the outs, the ups and downs. The entire truck has been built custom for this adventure, and it's a full body off frame restoration, and it's been very modernized with some newer technology, some older technology that's more reliable. So we're really excited to show you guys the ins and outs of this truck. All right, guys, I think it's best to start at the front of the vehicle here. As you can see, a few things going on. A trusty ARB bull bar as our foundation to mount some accessories here. We've got a pair of twin intensities. These things are gonna be nice. One's flood, one's spot, so you get a little wide angle light, and then some spotlight for seeing a little further at night. We've got our worn Xeon Platinum 12,000 pound winch. It's got the synthetic line, factor 55 fair lead there, factor 55 rope guard, all the factor 55 goodies there. We've got a twin compressor from ARB, and we routed the chuck to be right here. So if you need to air up, air down, all that good stuff, it's done right at the front of the vehicle. We've got steady lights. We brought these in from Australia, specifically for the Troopy. And we can take a look under the hood real quick and show you what we got. A dual battery setup going on in there and a few other goodies. Okay, so under the hood here, we've got a few things going on. We've got our ARB twin compressor. This guy is gonna power this chuck up front for airing up and airing down. And then there's another line that's going out to our lockers. So we're running air lockers in this truck. In case you get in a situation off-road where you need a little bit more traction, a little more stability there, that will be able to turn those lockers on the fly. It's one of the nice things about air lockers is different from an e-locker where you kind of have to be stopped and get it into the right spot, and then the locker will come on. With an air locker, you flip the switch, the compressor kicks on, and it locks your locker on the fly while you're rolling, which is super nice. We've got a dual battery system over there. We've got the Genesis Offroad dual battery link system there. This is obviously not for a Troopy, but it actually works really well for a Troopy. I think that one there is from a Jeep, but it fits very nicely in here. We've also got battery disconnects, relays, and a ton of different breakers to make everything extremely safe. Everything's wire loomed. Probably got about 3 miles of wire loom in this car if you were to wire it up end to end there. This engine platform is a 1FZ, so it's a 4.5 liter, 24 valve inline six. And this one in particular is actually carbureted, so you can comment below how you feel about that. This truck is probably pretty primed for an engine swap, but it gets around pretty good. Up and down hills, no problem. Off-road's great. It's the tried and true 1FZ, so people love it. We love it too. I think that's about it in the engine bay. We do have a Manta exhaust. We went with the header back exhaust. So we've got the new exhaust manifold bolted up to the exit side of the engine here, routing the Manta exhaust all the way to the back. That is, I think, a 2.5 inch exhaust. Helps this engine breathe a little bit better. We've got the snorkel. These come factory with the snorkel, but we upgraded to the Safari and help it breathe a little bit more, get some more air flowing through it. And to continue around the exterior of the vehicle, we've got a Midland radio, a high gain antenna for our Midland radio to have communications with the convoy. We've got the Pelican Air roof box. We've got a ton of easy on roof tracks to power our solar panels up there. We got 3 100 watt panels. So this truck is gonna pull in 300 watts of solar total. We're running 2 200 amp hour lithium batteries from Victron. So we're able to store 400 amp hours and we can bring in 300 watts throughout the day per hour. So pretty robust off-grid system that we've put together for the customer to make sure they have about a week's worth of power running all the systems. And with the solar, you can kind of almost stay out indefinitely. So moving down the side of the truck, we've got the ARB awning. This is gonna be the 8-foot long awning, the nice hard shell exterior. It's got stakes that you can put in the ground. It's just the 2-leg standard one. Offers some shade, offers some protection from the weather. This kind of makes a nice little hangout spot, do your morning coffee, that kind of a thing. We've got these mogul drop-down tables that we bring in from Australia from our friends at Expedition Center. These are pretty cool. You just pop these pins, this comes down, and now it's a table. It holds your max tracks, but it's also a place you could cook out here, do your coffee, you know, get a jet boil going, that kind of a thing. We've got the Explore Gull Wings that we bring in from Europe. These guys pop up, and this kind of access some of the more electrical focused things here. We've got our AC power. All the breakers are here so that you can turn the system off when you're not using it. This powers our induction cooktop that we've got on the inside. And then we've got 2 ports here, one for shore power and one to charge the battery. We've got some rigid lights around the side as well that will glow orange, some more like scene lights to kind of keep it cozy. It's not too harsh of a light. Yeah. Oh, fun thing about Troopies, these vehicles come with dual fuel tanks most of the time. The Australian ones come with dual fuel tanks, so 23-gallon mid tank and then a 23-gallon rear tank. But this particular Troopy only had the mid tank, and because of the use case for this customer traveling so far, he wanted to add a second fuel tank. So we sourced a fuel lid and had it key to like, and we've added a Long Range America 40-gallon fuel tank into the rear that sits nicely right between the frame and very secure. So now the customer has got 23 gallons in the mid tank, 40 gallons in the rear tank, 63-gallon capacity of gasoline, which makes his range, you know, a lot longer than you can hold your bladder. So he'll be able to go a long ways before having to stop for gas. So we've also got some Rotopacks for an additional 4 gallons. I think these are going to probably get used for diesel because there's a diesel heater on the inside. It doesn't really make sense to have 4 extra gallons when you have 63 gallons already here. All right, now here at the back of the vehicle, a couple things going on. Starting with the spare tire. We've got a full-size spare tire here. We've got the Nomad Convoys with the Toyo tires, open country ATs. This is a 295 75/16, so about a 34-inch tire. We've got a dual swing out system, rear bumper from our friends at Cruiser Outfitters. It was a bit of a weight on the bumper to get it here, but man, it's awesome because it's actually integrated to the rear doors, so it's really strong. We've got the amp research step here, so the customer can get in and out of the truck, super easy. We've got the Factor 55 hitch link. We've got our ALU box here with our shower system. This is super custom. This is super cool. We've got a Julka hot tap built inside of this thing, and you plug one end into the freshwater hookup, one end into the propane tank. The unit will heat up the water. It's kind of like a instant hot water system. And then that James Baroud shower curtain will come out. You jump in there, you can do your shower, put everything back. It just stays in this box. Very convenient, road friendly. You don't have to drag anything out. It's just there for you when you need it. This is a custom mounted Rotopack holder for us that's actually integrated into the swing out system for the rear bumper. This kind of keeps these, there's really no other way to mount this on the exterior besides having a custom fabbed bracket put on for the truck. So we got some rigid chase lights, one on either side. They'll do a few different colors so that if somebody's behind you and it's dusty, at least the vehicle can be seen from a distance. They also offer camping scene lights as well. Another Max Trax carrier there with the drop-down table. We put in another gull wing here to access things. If you're standing out here, you can still reach inside and grab stuff. And then this is a custom latch there that we put in a custom 3-gallon diesel tank. So the diesel tank is built between the fender here, comes to about there, holds 3 gallons, and it powers the diesel heater on the inside. So this is like, probably never seen something like that before. That's pretty sweet. We got sliders. We've got terrain tamer suspension, 3-inch lift. These are the parabolic leaf springs in the rear, Dobinson's MRRs up front, and the whole truck's about 3 inches over factory. I suppose I should mention that we have an Alicab Hercules pop top. So we had a fun day chopping the roof off of this thing and placing the pop top on. It kind of sits like a crown. You kind of cut the old roof off and that thing just sits right on top, just like a crown. You use a ton of Sikaflex and seal it up. There's a bracket system, mounting system, very safe, very secure. And that kind of turns this into like a 2-story mobile condo apartment kind of a thing. So I think that's about it on the exterior that I can think of. We'll go take a look at the inside now. All right, so we did a custom cabinetry system in here with a bench for storage. We've got a friend who does custom cabinetry and woodworking out there on the Olympic Peninsula. He does cabinetry for homes, but we challenged him to build some cabinets for a Troopy, and he certainly delivered. This is a fully custom system. It's got the bamboo wood tops, bamboo accents throughout, and it's built tough. It's got the nice laminate exterior so it can withstand some regular daily use, designed to be lived out of every day. The latches that are on it are designed to not open and fling open while you're driving around. We've got, I guess we can start in the back here. We've got this molly panel system. The customer can hang gear. You can really just do whatever you'd like. This is kind of like an easy access place to set up something to cook. We've got our front runner drop down table. It's got a pull out cutting board as well. So you can prep food, put your stove there, cook, so that if you're cooking like bacon or steak, fish, probably want to cook outside so that it doesn't stink up the whole house. So that's nice to have another place to cook outside. There's several tabletops, as you've probably noticed. We've got the H3R Performance first aid kit in a very easy access place in case somebody, heaven forbid, has an accident, cuts a finger. Very comprehensive trauma bag there. We can put this table back now. We've got lights put in here. These are National Luna lights, one on either side. They're dimmable and they can change colors from white to yellow light. Pretty neat. With these little custom shades to kind of keep, otherwise the light will just go straight out. So this kind of keeps the light pointing down. We've got the H3R quick access, quick release fire extinguisher here. You just pull this handle to the side and the whole thing comes off and you can go and fight fires. Heaven forbid. We've got our kind of exterior battery management system here. So not really battery management, but you can at least view your voltage and check the water levels. There's another AC outlet here. So if you needed to charge something, run power somewhere, you could do that. This system has the Dometic sink. It's got a faucet for doing dishes and things, and then it's got a triple filter for like purified water. So if you're gonna drink out of the system, you can drink from this faucet, refill water bottles, that kind of thing. We've got a house filter, a media filter, and a UV filter built in to this plumbing system. So you could, in theory, put river water in there, and with all the filters, you'll be able to drink that water. All right, welcome inside. So we've got enough room in here for you and someone that you're very close with to travel with you all across the world. Plenty of space for everyone to store clothes, cooking utensils, anything you might need on a trip. So we've got, I think it's about 10 different places that you can put all your little knickknacks, including underneath this bench is actually a huge bin that you can store whatever you might need. Extra clothes, boots, your gloves, hats, cooking supplies, food, pastas, just nice dry storage box here. The plumbing is located underneath these two tall cabinets here, and then all of these drawers pull out for more storage. We got right here as like a, kind of the thought here is like a nice place to do some interior work. If you have your laptop pulled up, you can kind of work right here. It's like a perfect height for that. Right here on the top left, we've got a 12-volt buddy oven, the Travel Buddy oven. It hooks up to the lithium power that we've got routed in here, and this thing will get up to 375 degrees, and it's great for like, little chicken pot pie or just quick food on the go. You can actually like run this while you're driving. If you know you're driving like an hour away, you throw some food in there, get it nice and hot, pull over, park your car, and you got your food hot and ready to go. Pretty sweet there. We've got the Red Vision by Red Arc, and we've got the Victron system right next to it as well. So you have full battery management. You can turn on and off different devices through these systems here, and it's just a good way to keep an eye on the power coming in and out of the system. Underneath this wood cover is the Furrion induction cooktop. So it's got 2 burners, and you're able to cook inside the vehicle if you'd like. We've got our CFX 375 quart, 75 liter fridge here. It's just a perfect fit. These cabinets and everything are kind of designed around certain products, and this is one of them. It just fits so perfectly. It's got two sides that you can access left and right. And you could easily store a week's worth of food in that for 2 people. What else we got going on here? We got lights all around. So Alucab has built-in lights on the underside of the seat of the bedding. So the bed will be up top. We can kind of jump up there in a second. It's got these little reading lights as well. So you sit here when you got your favorite book, you can have a little bit of light on the pages there for you. If you're fumbling around at night looking for something, you got access to lights and you can move them around. We have a diesel heater in this guy, so it turns on right there and the heat will come out through this port. So when these doors are closed, it bounces off of this aluminum composite wall there, and then the heat will just kind of rise and fill the cab. It doesn't really take a ton of heat to fill the small space. You can set the temperature that you'd like, and this thing will just run all night long, and kind of like a thermometer at your house, it'll just regulate the temperature, turn on and off as it needs to maintain that temperature. And that's what's tied into that 3-gallon diesel tank that we put in back there. So the unit for that is actually underneath the seat here. The bed pulls down, and technically, you know, if you had 2 people here, somebody could sleep in a little bit, stay in the bed up top, and then you could get some work done on your laptop if you had to. There's still enough room for me to stand up here if I wanted to change my clothes while my partner's sleeping up here. I could get my day started, jump out of the truck, change clothes, and go, and they could stay in here and have a nice time. At times during your international travels, you're not always going to have the luxury of pulling into a campground or a place that you're supposed to camp. So we wanted to give the customer the option to have the ability to sleep inside, kind of incognito, with the roof down and everything's just like you're in a parking lot normal. So this is a custom slide out bench. This whole section will come out and you're able to lift this section over and it just becomes a flat surface that you can lay down on. And this is a custom inlaid table. This took a lot of mental gymnastics to kind of put this together, but I think the finished product is something that we're truly proud of. I also just wanted to mention we did put in a custom subfloor as the foundation for this entire thing. And with that, we've got a carpet kit we put in. And this trim piece is bent aluminum, and it's a one of one. It's made just to do what we needed it to do to hold the carpet down and help keep everything in place. Because when you're designing a vehicle that's moving and bouncing around, it kind of needs to be a very secure thing. Our friends helped us make a custom carpet kit, a carpet runner, because that's a high traffic area, believe it or not. And so we need to keep it clean. Yeah, now we can go to the front and check out the custom interior. Okay, so now that we're up here in the cockpit, it's a good time to go through some of the other things that we've done. Starting with the seats, I suppose. We've got the Shieldman seats here, the Vario XLs. These are some of our favorite seats to throw in a Land Cruiser. They instantly modernize the vehicle. They make it feel super homey, super comfortable, especially on long trips. These things are just, these are the best seats. We love these seats. We decided that this dash pad needed to be replaced, and we went and got the Shieldman seats material and had a custom dash pad made with the same stitching and the same leather material to kind of really tie the whole thing together. We've got a custom carpet kit that we put in, kind of playing off the brown accents and keeping it, somewhat rugged. Nice thick material. This carpet will last forever. It also helps insulate a little bit of the sound as well. We've got Dynamatting and Dynapad throughout this entire vehicle, by the way, for sound deadening, which helps a ton. We've got our Alpine doubled in touchscreen with CarPlay to help modernize the interior a little bit more. A lot of these trucks do not come with any real sound systems. You're lucky to get one with a radio. So we've added some speakers into the door cards, and the Apple CarPlay is really nice for having navigation, doing phone calls, all that good stuff. So very modern feel there. We've got our Switch Pros here. to control a lot of our exterior lights. So this is kind of stuff that you're typically only going to use while you're driving, which is why we put it here. And the other lights, like the camp lights and other exterior lights that you would use at camp, are accessed through the red arc system, and you can actually access it on your phone as well. We've got a Nardi steering wheel. This was one of the first things we actually did on this truck, was the Nardi steering wheel, which kind of inspired and informed like the rest of the direction of the build. You know, it's classy, but it's also like well-made, rugged, and it kind of just adds that nice classy feel to the interior. It goes well with the seats, I'd say. Our friends in Australia at the Department of the Interior helped us get this center console shipped over, and we mounted this here so that you could actually have some cup holders. Land Cruisers, as a lot of you know, don't have great places to store your coffee in the morning or any drinks at all. So we added this, super important to have just for storage, just for holding a place to have a drink stored. We've got right here, we've added a custom panel for the switches for the heated seats. Both of these seats are heated. You can power those on right there. This truck does have four-wheel drive, so it's got the high and low range transfer case that you actuate right here. You got to get out and do the hubs and then come inside, and you can go into high 4 or low 4. Our lockers are right here, so you can turn the lockers on with these switches. We've got a little readout for our Genesis battery right here. Kind of gives you an indicator of the battery status. All the interior pieces, the door cards, the handles, the window rollers, the visors, the mirror, the locks, everything is brand new. Like you can buy brand new parts. Toyota still makes these vehicles and they still use the same parts. So you can order them online. They come in a little baggie with the little red Toyota sticker on it. Brand new parts throughout the entire vehicle. Everything, like the latches, interior, exterior door handles, just you name it. It's all been replaced. All these air vents have been replaced. These handles, grab handles to get in and out. I mean, all of it is brand new, replaced, including the shifter. I mean, all of it. So it's all new. It's basically the only way. I mean, it's a 1995, but it's 2025 as far as like the components themselves are all new. So behind this seat is the kind of the command center for all the electronics. It's got the dual batteries are back there, and all the other hardware to power this entire vehicle is right behind that seat. Miles and miles of wire back there. All right, guys, that's about a wrap. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching this video. I know it was a lot, but we spent 2 years building this truck and we're getting ready to turn it over to the customers. So we're gonna have a spot for the next build. So if this is something that you could see yourself doing, we'd love to partner with you and help you make this dream a reality. These are our passion, these trucks, so we'd love to work with you. You're welcome to get a hold of us everywhere online. It's Evergreen Offroad, so evergreenoffroad.com. We're on Instagram. I think we're on a little TikTok action. We're obviously here on YouTube, so yeah, get a hold of us somehow, and we'd love to work with you. Thanks so much. Until next time, later.